My first love was music, so I actually wanted to be a rock star. I thought that would be like the perfect job.
If I had to think of an engineer who would be a rock star drummer, I think it would be John.
I can picture John on the drums. I can see John as just about anything. Drummer, rock star, bridge engineer, pretty much anything he'd set his mind to, he'd be near the top of the heap.
He's always thinking about the solution that hasn't been tried yet.
John's innovation and John's unique approach definitely has changed the industry and the way we do things. John's new technology of the hybrid composite beam is definitely going to change the way we construct bridges, not only across this country, but across the entire world.
America's infrastructure needs to be upgraded. Bridges are deteriorating, and concrete and steel are not necessarily the right materials to be exposed to the elements.
I am so excited about John's hybrid composite beam because it's the first major advance in bridge engineering in 50 years.
John's beam has the potential to be a very economical solution introduced into this problem of maintaining and upgrading our infrastructure.
What I envisioned when I conceived the hybrid composite beam was being able to take all the strength and stiffness of concrete and steel and combine it with advanced composite materials to exploit the advantages of every material. The combination results in a beam that's lighter weight, stronger, corrosion resistant, and provides for a sustainable solution to bridge structures.
It's a beam that is simple to fabricate in a controlled shop environment. It's light and inexpensive to transport and erect.
About another inch.
But once it's erected and in place, it's as strong, stiff, and durable as the more conventional concrete and steel beam technology.
So you get all the benefits of a factory-made unit without the usual problem that goes with that, which is, how do I get it to the field? Here it's something you can move on a little dolly.
You're going to see a life cycle on those beams of 100+ years, whereas others will need replacement. I mean, in terms of renewing our infrastructure and getting a long-term solution for things, that's where we're going to see John's beams really excel.
I was born in North Dakota. I grew up in East Tennessee, and my father's a civil engineer and was always a general contractor. So we always got to visit the job sites, and we'd do home improvement projects, and I would get to help my dad build things. And I just loved the sense of satisfaction you got from creating something. And so when I got into college, ultimately I decided to be an engineer and just fell in love with structures. I met my wife in Richmond, Virginia, and ultimately ended up in Chicago, and now we have 3 daughters, Elisa, Karina, and Nancy. They're still my greatest accomplishment today, if I can take credit for that at all. In my day job at Tang & Associates, I get to work on a lot of very fascinating structures, and they actually give me a lot of flexibility in what I get to do.
It's amazing how John has been able to combine his day job here at Tang with what was a hobby of the HCB.
It's remarkable. Some of us have hobbies. He's got a hobby that will revolutionize the entire industry for the next 50 or 100 years.
John has been pioneering the implementation of the hybrid composite beam for over a decade. There was a period in time where it seemed like his idea just wasn't gaining any traction, and John has moved it forward just through his persistence.
For lack of a better term, it was just sort of an obsession. It's, one day I had this idea, and intuitively in my mind, I knew there was no reason why it couldn't work. And it does. The first live bridge test was actually when we put it on the test track out in Pueblo, Colorado. There's a famous tradition with the Latvian bridge engineers that the design engineer always had to stand underneath the bridge while they loaded it with gravel trucks. I think that's probably the most nervous I've ever been. You couldn't even hear the locomotive. All you could hear was the rails and the ballast cracking and popping. And all I could think was like, oh my God, don't let that be the beam.
It, in a way, symbolizes what inventors have to do. They're willing to put their lives on the line for their invention.
this is the takeoff point where it has come out of the lab, it is out of the lab, it is in service.
The ease of installation of these beams it was amazing. I set 6 beams in an hour, and here we are ready to pour concrete the next day.
People have been saying that composite technology is going to make its way into the infrastructure since I was an undergraduate, but I think with John's hybrid composite beam, we finally see it really starting to happen.
It was amazing how fast this job went. Usually on a bridge like this, they bring a beam in one at a time. On this bridge here, they brought all 6 of them on one truck, and they installed them all in one day, which I think was unreal.
You know, we plan on using the HC beams because we think that it'll be a product that will last for at least 75 to 100 years, and especially here with the, the salt water environment, I think the HC beams will perform very well.
This technology will revolutionize the way we build bridges, from the fact that we'll use smaller cranes to the fact that we won't replace them every 50 years.
This is something new in bridge engineering, and I think every public works director in the country will look at this as the solution for their upcoming bridge needs.
I feel like we're just getting started. We've already got licensees in other countries, we've got interest from other industries, and the applications are really limitless.
John, congratulations on the Engineering News Record Award of Excellence. It's a tremendous honor, and on behalf of myself and the City of Chicago, John, congratulations.
John, I want to congratulate you on winning this award in this particular time in our economy where we need new ideas, new achievements. I applaud you for changing my industry.
John, congratulations on the ENR Award of Excellence. It has been my honor and privilege to work with you on the development of the hybrid composite beams, and I know the journey's only beginning, and I know the possibilities are endless, and I can't wait to see where we go together.
John, congratulations on this very great honor, and I just want to thank you for helping us in the world of infrastructure come up with a new way to solve our problems.